Well, that was weird. What in the world just happened there? What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new episode of Inside the Hawg Pen, Season 10, Episode 2, Week 1 of Fall Camp. And let's just put it this way. I'm not. I have questions beyond questions beyond questions.
Am I going to have to be the sunshine pumper tonight?
I mean, I wouldn't exactly say sunshine pumper, but I'm
Be partly cloudy. I'll just be partly cloudy.
You can have a cloud in the sky somewhere. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Hope everybody had a great week. Like I said, as always, I'm your host, Razorback Zach from the Central Arkansas Hawg Pen, alongside my broadcast partner, buddy, and professionally proven glue that holds the whole thing together. And I'm going to need to get him a 5-point harness after this weekend. Oh, y'all should have heard what he said.
Yeah.
We can't repeat what we can.
Yeah, we can. I mean...
But the innuendo is there. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah, it was pretty thick. So.
But so what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about basketball? Or you want to talk about football? Because
flip a coin, man.
One is good news. One is
You want to get the kind of out of the way first?
Sure. I mean, we can.
Well, here's the way I've always been told to do things. You know, if you can't sandwich it with good, bad, good, then you rip the Band-Aid off, you get the bad over with, and the old Vince McMahon adage was you send everybody home happy.
Well, so yeah, that's true.
We'll go, we'll go that route tonight.
Well, I guess every fall camp has a meaning behind it, as a story behind it, title, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
This year, it's not all in, it's earn it.
Okay.
It is titled Earn It. And the biggest takeaway from day one, for me anyway, was they're trying to establish a different daily standard than the past.
Right.
I don't know if anybody watched any of the games last year. We were lethargic.
Among other things, yes.
We were lethargic. Nobody's entitled to anything, basically. Everything on this football team is earned. Everything, every little thing. Not returning starters, not transfers, not the highly recruited players. Everybody has to earn their role. I wonder if that applies to the water boy too.
Hey man, why not? Can't be all in without your water boy.
I mean, does Bobby Boucher have to like do something? I mean, is that a thing?
Water sucks. Gatorade's better.
Yeah, right. So what's the main attraction? What is the one thing everybody's going to be paying attention to for the next 9 days before we move into the regular season kickoff? The quarterback battle.
Yeah.
That is the primary one. And you've got two main guys are the spotlight. And it just depends on what letter you want to put in front of the J. I'm just gonna say it like it is. So you got KJ, you got KJ Jackson, another KJ, and another J after that. So it's KJ Jefferson, KJ Jackson. He's the veteran, right? He's got some SEC experience, and I say some, but not a lot.
Right.
The other thing is has he grown? Has he matured? Can he command the offense? And can he eliminate mistakes? Those are the three questions I have for him. The other one is A.J. Hill, newcomer with the upside. We've been talking about him for last week a little bit. The upside is he knows Ryan Silverfield's offense.
Right.
How quickly does he pick up the new system with the new players, though? Because again, you can run the same offense, but with different players, it takes a while.
Yeah.
All right. Number two, can his talent translate immediately? That's the thing. Can his talent translate immediately? This is the battle that's going to likely define the month of August. But here's what I don't want to happen, MC. I don't want to go into game one with an and or on the depth chart.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. If you're doing that on game one, then I'm gonna question your decision making right off the bat, because even if you pick wrong, just pick something. Pick one, go with it. Don't give me this and or thing. I mean, how many times have we said on here, if you've got two quarterbacks, you don't have one. So I say find one, stick with it, and if it's the wrong decision, okay, then you'll be able to figure that out a few series into the game.
Right. No, and I agree with that. Again, game one, Northern Alabama, you really don't have that bad choice, the wrong choice.
Can we call this game what it is? This is an unofficial official scrimmage.
But it counts.
It does count, but it's a I mean, let's face it, man. If they come out and this one is not a 3 touchdown game by half at the latest, oh boy. It could be very much bad.
I'm not. My whole thing is it's Northern Alabama. If you've got to come out and you've got to come out strong, okay. Now,
Yeah.
I get there's going to be glitches. I get there's going to be, I just lost my train of thought.
Snafus. There's gonna be nerves.
Yeah.
You know. I mean.
And I understand that, but this is where you make those final adjustments to the depth chart. Everybody gets used to game day setup, things like that. The thing I like about it, though, Silverfield said they're going to run a full game day scenario at 9:15 at night, leading up to a 9:15 kickoff. I do like that.
That's interesting.
I don't think anybody's done do we know if anybody, at least in the last 25 years,
well,
a run-through, a full run-through, walk-through, whatever you want to call it, leading up to such a kickoff?
I mean, I don't know if we've ever done anything that late, but we also haven't played that late in, even when we went up to Colorado State a few years ago, it wasn't that late. I mean, the BYU game was in the middle of the day. The only one I can think of that was that late was 21 years ago, when went out to USC.
I don't think it was even that late. I think that was a 7 o'clock kickoff.
It may have been. I don't know, man. I've tried to block most of that game out of my head for obvious reasons, but
both of those years I've just kind of
yeah, it was, but I mean, hey, you know what? I don't care if he comes in and he changes everything from A to Z and everything in between. Because if you're going to establish a new culture, in my opinion, you leave no stone unturned. You change everything. You don't want, without being stupid about it and like trying to change the hog call or something like that.
Don't do that.
On your game day and on your game day rituals, on your game day routine, I guess is a better word for it. Your game day routine, your game day schedule. If he wants to come in and just say, if we did this last year, we are not doing it this year, and change everything up to establish a new base foundation for the culture, I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you've listened to Silverfield this whole offseason,
yeah,
you know where his football philosophy begins. It's in the trenches. It's in the offensive defensive line. What's the biggest problem we've had with our offensive defensive line?
Yeah.
They're about my size.
Well, and not only that, there's not many of them. We haven't had, I don't feel like we've had proper depth at offensive line probably in about 10 years. That when Pittman was here as the offensive line coach,
we had the biggest
under Bielema. Yeah, I feel like we had pretty good. We were the closest we'd ever been to SEC depth on the offensive line, and then that defense in 2014, 2015 was pretty stout as well. So I would say about a decade ago was the closest that I've ever seen us to true SEC depth, because you can go all the way back to when Houston Nutt had his success. What was the thing he talked about the most? Depth, next man up, not having that drop off between A to B, B to C. So,
right.
It's, I don't know, man. I'm trying to give Silverfield benefit of the doubt, and I'm trying to keep an open mind. I really am. I mean, I know I sound negative, Nelly, but I'm really trying to keep an open mind and give dude benefit of the doubt, because it's not fair to judge him before he coaches his first game.
Right, exactly. D-Mad's in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up, D-Mad? Glad you're still here, bud.
Right. We miss you in here, man. One of the players to watch coming out of day one.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you say it was?
Without seeing anything, I want to see what Sutton Smith is about, the running back. I want to see what he's about, and then I also want to see, is Quincy Rhodes capable of being the leader that everybody thinks he's going to be on the defense? And that's not a knock on him. That's just me not knowing.
Yeah, that's the one I'm keeping my eye on. Is Quincy Rhodes. Biggest question for me though is, can he become the face of this defense? We need somebody like a Landon Jackson, a Bumper Pool, or
Drew Sanders. Remember the Drew Sanders kid?
Who was the other one that was back there? That was back there with brother. Morgan brother.
Grant
brother.
Morgan. Grant
Morgan.
Yeah.
The one-armed bandit.
yeah. Dude rolls out, game time. He's got his arm out here like this, and he'll go out and make 6 tackles and get 2 picks.
Right.
So, I mean, that you talk about a dude that was all in. I mean, that dude was gonna. If you'd have told him he had to cut his finger off, but it meant Arkansas winning the game, he would have went looking for a pair of scissors, man.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Arkansas needs playmakers, and I mean needs playmakers on defense. Quincy Rhodes Jr. has that opportunity to be that leader, to be that guy.
I think so. Yeah.
It just you got to get the pieces around him first.
Well, and I will go full disclosure here and admit, outside of the 2 quarterbacks, Quincy Rhodes and Sutton Smith, I'm struggling to name any of the other players.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make, though, is that we don't know half the people
right
on this team.
I mean, I'm getting ready to pull a roster up just to see if there's anybody that I recognize their name. Braylon Russell, okay, yep.
Well, yeah, I mean it.
But I had forgotten about him. In all honesty, I had forgotten about him. I had forgotten about Courtney Crutchfield, which, you know what? As my grandpa used to say,
right?
It's time for him to do his business or get off the pot. He's what is he? He's up to a junior now.
Yeah.
He was this highly recruited dude. He was one of the top recruits in the state. Goes to Missouri. Things don't work out. He comes back home. Didn't really, did he even see the field really last year? I don't remember much from him last year. But this is year 3, man. It's time to either step up or step out, in my opinion.
Let me see if I can get his stats up real quick.
I mean, I'm scrolling down through here, man. There are so many new names here that I'm just like, it's like the beginning of Major League. When they're looking at the roster in the newspaper, it's like, who are these guys?
MC D-Mad threw a name out there, Bradley Shaw.
Okay. Bradley Shaw.
I don't recognize that one either.
Let's see. I just saw that. He's a linebacker. Junior linebacker, 6'1", 229. Okay, that's decent size, from Hoover, Alabama. Okay. All right. And I'll be honest, man, I have not gone into a season. I don't want to say I'm not prepared, but I mean, I don't know that I've ever been less familiar with the roster than what I am this year, because even in the years that we don't like to talk about, you had a lot of the same guys back and you knew some of the names, but like a lot of these dudes, now I will say this, there is one incoming freshman that I have my eye on,
okay,
that I think could potentially have a huge impact.
Okay, so I got Courtney Crutchfield's stats.
Okay.
They're massive. They're I mean, I was surprised by this stat.
Okay.
1 catch, 26 yards.
That's one more catch than I had.
That's payback. That's payback from pre-show.
Yeah, from pre-show. Okay, that's fair.
Missouri, the Missouri game is the only game he had a catch.
Yeah.
In.
All right. Do you want to hear my freshman?
I take that back. I stand corrected on that. LSU, not Missouri.
Okay. Do you have a guess on who my freshman is? Not to put you on the spot. I
don't even know what the roster looks like.
Okay. TJ Hodges, running back from Bryant.
Okay.
Technically, he's from Mark Tree, which is just down the road from me over here in Northeast Arkansas.
That's right.
He was just an absolute stud. I mean, you got to think about this. This dude went from playing at the 2A level in the state of Arkansas, just dominating, going nuts. He moves to Bryant, becomes a starting tailback at Bryant, which is, I mean, obviously the best program in the state. And he still ends up with a heck of a year and is one of the highest recruited guys in the state among state prospects.
Right.
And he was one of those last flips that Silverfield got right before signing day. I want to see Hodges. He's not a big guy. He's listed at 6 foot. I think that's very generous. I think he's about 5'9" or 5'10", 189 pounds.
So he's size, basically.
You remember Fred Talley?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He reminds me of a Fred Talley type. He's got good speed. He's very shifty, but he's a little guy. So, I mean, they've got him at 6 foot 189. I mean, if we're being realistic about this, unless my man hit a growth spurt, he's probably about 5'10", 170.
Right.
But, if you're quick enough, it doesn't matter. So
yeah, and that's true. So the other one is Sutton Smith. So everybody remembers Sutton Smith as the running back from Memphis that ran completely all over, through, around, into our defense last year.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not just singling out that. I want to see the whole running back room. That's going to be that's one of the spotlights I want to put on this, because his offenses at Memphis were balanced but physical.
Right.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Wasn't very showy, wasn't very explosive, but it was very physical. Kind of like my mind just went blank.
I don't know where you're going.
Philosophy back in the day.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Football. The running back room itself.
Yeah.
Is going to tell us a lot about who we want to be from an identity standpoint going forward, in my opinion, because I don't expect us to throw the ball a lot. I mean, you're going to have to against some of these defenses, like Georgia, like Utah, even an LSU and an Ole Miss. But primarily, can we run the ball and run it successfully? And I'm not talking running the ball right to left. I'm talking up and down field, north and south.
Yeah.
The other one is not a player, but it's another full-on position, and it's another skill. Wide receivers.
Yeah.
Who becomes that guy when Arkansas needs a big play?
We talked a little bit about Courtney Crutchfield. There's another guy here on the roster that, at the wide receiver position, got great size, got a great pedigree from coming out of a high school that has turned out some pretty stinking good wide receivers.
Greenwood?
Nope. Warren.
Okay, that was going to be like second or third on my list.
Antonio Jordan, coming in as a sophomore.
That's right.
Listed at 6'6", 228. Okay, if this man is truly 6'6", then that means he's going to be about a Marcus Monk size receiver.
Yeah.
Coming from Warren, his fundamentals are going to be there. Coach Bo Embry, you don't get out of there without learning your fundamentals. And if you look at the pedigree of guys that have come out of Warren, it has been pretty good to Arkansas over the years. Can he keep this streak going? Is he another, Traylon Burke, Greg Childs, Jarius Wright, that type of guy? There's a lot to live up to there. Coming as a sophomore, I didn't remember. Did he get hurt before the season last year? Because it seems like he might have played a game or so, and then he just kind of fell off into oblivion. I think he got hurt, if I remember correctly.
I think he did.
And then, of course, we got our boy D-Matt over here talking about Pawpaw on the receiving crew. Monte Harrison, going to be the go-to guy. I mean, look, why not give the man a shot? Throw Pawpaw out there, see what he can do. And I say Pawpaw jokingly because the man's like 29, 30 years old, whatever he is now, which, in college football terms, that is ancient. I mean, that's like great grandpappy stuff,
That is very. Hey, MC, real quick.
Yeah.
It does not look like Facebook is communicating with EV Mux because we've got comments on the live stream, but they are not showing up in our.
Okay. Well, let me see what kind of magic I can work here behind the scenes as we continue to roll on with the show, and I'll see if I can't get that fixed.
I have a couple of hot takes.
All right, bring it.
And this is not, look, since our boy's watching, this is not like DMAD level hot takes.
Okay, all right.
Walmart brand.
These are the Temu hot takes?
Yeah, these are the Temu hot takes. Don't judge the quarterback battle just yet. And what I mean by that is, August is about finding consistency. It's about finding cohesion.
Okay.
The winner is not always necessarily the guy who throws the prettiest ball. All right. Good example. Cole Kelly. Monster of an arm.
Right.
Inaccurate as all get out.
The Steamboat.
Steamboat. Could run the ball, could run people over.
Right.
But can't throw a ball 30 yards. He can launch 170, but it'd be way off target. Take number 2. And this is the biggest one, MC.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest improvement may not show up on the scoreboard first. Now, what do I mean by that? Here are 5 things to watch for.
All right.
Before you look at the scoreboard. Okay?
Okay.
Watch for penalties. Number 1. Okay?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Number 2, watch for effort. Are they from whistle to whistle? Okay? How much effort are they putting in?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, conditioning. Because we all know it looked like a sack of taters out there.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
All right. Number 4, finishing plays. Are they wrapping the tackle? Are they running through the whistle? Okay. And number 5 is probably, for me, it's the most important.
Okay.
Body language.
Okay. You're gonna have to show your work on this one a little bit.
I knew you were going to tell me that.
That's Mom was a math teacher, and her big thing was always show your work. Okay, you got to show me how you got to x = 7 on this one.
Well, first off, when the hell did they wait a second. Whoa. But no, what I mean by that is strictly, you remember a couple years ago, Raheem Boyd?
Yes.
Middle of the field, just sat down and quit.
Yeah.
Body language.
Okay.
Let's go. Who was the backup to Jefferson for a couple of years? Went down to Texas State, became a nobody.
Oh, the speedster. Malik Hornsby.
We saw him, I want to say it was during the Alabama game, walk to the sideline and just pout.
Yeah.
Body language.
Yep.
Okay? That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff you want to watch for to see what they're like. Look, pregame, everybody's coming up pregame. All right? Everybody. Right. Okay? Doesn't matter. You're going to get hyped. All right? But it's what you can do on the sideline as a cheerleader with your second and third string guys, or your starting defense if your offense is on the field.
Yeah.
That kind of body language you want to, and even on the field. All right? Are they moving with a sense of purpose? Are they moving with a sense of urgency? Are they acting like they want to be there?
I want to back up to one you said previously, finishing plays.
All right.
Think back to the Notre Dame game. Once that thing started kind of getting out of hand, the dudes just might as well have taken their pads off and set them on the field because they were not, they were barely starting plays, much less finishing them.
Yeah.
So you got to eliminate all of that mess. You got to get all that out. That also ties into the bad body language thing that you're talking about too. And I don't know how he's going to do it, man, because maybe having 75, 80 new personnel, whatever it is that we've got, which is a ridiculous number, They talked about it at media day. I want to say it was like north of 70 new players.
Yeah, 70. Saban said it was like 71. 70.
Yeah, something like that. And I mean, it was maybe it's an addition by subtraction kind of deal where you try to weed out some of the bad seeds, but it starts there, because if you can't get these guys to go all out every play, then what are we doing? I mean, why are you even on the field if you're not going to give max effort? And I watched a couple clips, from the football program. They'd posted a couple things today, and max effort was a big one. I don't know that was the exact term that they were using, but it was basically, hey, give everything you got every single play.
Why do I have this vision of Deadpool? Maximum effort. Y'all see where my head's at now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, so take number 3.
Yep.
The team has to become boring before it becomes great. What do I mean by that?
Oh, yeah.
You have this look of, the hell's he talking about? How much more boring can the team get?
Well, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, man, it was pretty damn boring last year getting your brains beat in.
It's not exactly what I mean.
Okay,
but,
all right.
So what I mean, do your job, execute, don't beat yourself. Okay? 20 turnovers. And that's just part of the stat from last year.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not including penalties and all the other mistakes that we made that killed ourselves. The drive killing and on game-winning drives in 3 games when we were leading in the fourth quarter, had the lead within 2 minutes, and we fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
Or the drive came up short or whatever. We saw this a couple times too. We would have a big play to convert a big third down, only for it to be called back because of lining up wrong or something. Yep. Something totally preventable, and then you go and you've got that added yardage on it, and you can't convert. Drive ends. You give all the momentum to your opponent. So were you one of the ones like I was, or we'd have a big play and then just stand there for a minute and hold your breath, make sure there wasn't a flag?
Yeah, I can't tell you every time, man. Yeah, every
damn game. I was.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Wait.
Yeah. That was immediately what I went looking for. Anytime something positive happened, I didn't start the game that way, but as we got later and later into the game, I started watching more and more and more. Like, okay, we just gained 15 yards. Where's the flag?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's coming.
We just gained 25 yards on a run. Where's the holding call?
Yeah. Or the block in the back or whatever, what might be. But yeah, that's how I got used to watching games towards the end of last year, and I've got to break that mold for this year because it's like Silverfield said at media days, nothing that has happened the past 10 years it should have any bearing on what we're doing going forward.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with that. So I've got 5 questions for the fans. All right, now y'all answer them down there in the live fan feedback. Question number 1: after day 1, what is the biggest thing you want to see change? What's the biggest thing you want to see change? That kind of gets a lot of people kind of confused, and it not really. They're like, well, it's just day 1. Again, what do you want to see change? And it can be part of the culture. It can be part of their attitude. It could be a play call, what have you. Question number 2. We are not talking about that game. No. Hell no.
Ooh, boy.
Hell no, I am not talking about. Wait. The one last year? Yeah, no, we ain't talking about that.
The fact that you have to specify which one is just a terrible thing among itself.
Yeah, that one kind of stung a little bit, didn't it? So, question number 2. Who wins the quarterback battle?
Okay.
Again, it's a toss-up because we ain't seen either one of them in a true game fashion. Now, here's the one that I want to know. Who becomes the face of the Silverfield era in year 1? Is it Quincy Rhodes?
Man, that's a good question.
Is it one of the quarterbacks?
Yeah. Is it Braylon Russell?
Is it Braylon Russell? Okay. There's and I said this last week, and I'm going to say it going into Northern Alabama when we do our pregame that week. We don't know jack crap about this team. We know parts of it, but all we're doing is we're basing this year's success level and this year's expectations on last year's team, which is why I'm being more realistic than I am being negative, if you really stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Question 4, and watch everybody come after me on this one.
Okay.
Is 6 wins a realistic expectation? Here, and let me explain why. All right.
Right.
Again, the biggest takeaway from that question, we don't know. This team could come out and go 3-9, like we expect them to do, or they can come out and come 9-3, and shut the hell out of everybody with a win over Utah, Georgia, LSU, Texas, Missouri. All right. It depends on who comes out, and this is the sad part. This is the sad part. Is when we're sitting here saying, well, which team's going to come out? Is it the team that's hungry, that's wanting to win, or is it just, the average Razorback team that we're all used to seeing? And question 5, and I want you to answer this one, MC.
Okay.
Are you buying the rebuild?
Oh man, that's. I'm gonna go political here because I can't give a yes or no answer. I've got to put on my little politician hat and kind of dance around it a little bit because I don't know. I do not know at this point. I will say this, and this kind of ties back to your number 4. I think it was number 4 where you said is 6 wins realistic.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tie 4 and 5 together. Do I believe in the rebuild? At this moment. What is today? Wednesday, August 5th at 8:32 p.m. No. I want to. Trust me. I want to believe. But I have been hurt and hit and knocked down so many times.
Oh, yeah.
And I realize I'm going against everything Silverfield has said about wipe out the past. But Ryan, Coach, my brother in Christ, when you have this many scars, it is nearly impossible to bulk erase the brain and start fresh. You're coming into this, and God bless you for what you're doing and what you're trying to do with the fan base. But, my man, you're going to have to be patient with us because we are a damaged people right now. So
testify, my brother, testify.
I mean, that's where we're at. Okay, so to tie that into number 4.
Okay.
If you can, I'm looking ahead. Okay, so we've got the first 4 games: North Alabama at Utah, Georgia at home, and Tulsa at home. If there is some way, by the grace of God, that Arkansas could be 3-1 going into the Texas A&M game, anything is possible at that point.
I'm telling you now, we're 3-1 going into A&M. Is that a night game?
It's a flex. It could be a night game. It could be.
Either way, I'm calling it now. If we're 3-1 going into A&M, that's a ranked matchup.
I think so because, and especially if we don't just get absolutely annihilated by Georgia. Let's say Georgia comes in and wins 38-20 or, something less than 3 touchdowns, okay?
Right.
But then you beat Tulsa, you better beat North Alabama, and somehow you figure out a way to go out to Utah and steal one. If you're 3-1, and I realize what I'm saying here, and I'm realizing how crazy this sounds, but just roll with your boy here, tighten the tinfoil, and roll with your boy. If you're 3-1 going into that Texas A&M game, the first weekend in October, at that point, man, anything is possible. Because A&M, much like anytime we play Ole Miss, crazy things happen. You can't put a pattern on that game. Crazy things are going to happen. I think Tennessee's going to be a little bit down this year. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were. They've got some issues they're working through as well. They got to come back to Fayetteville. Not saying it's going to happen. And I'm not, trust me, y'all, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm just saying I'm trying to keep an open mind about this. But you've got, after that A&M game, you've got Tennessee at home. You go to Vanderbilt. You get Missouri at home.
Okay.
that's not the toughest stretch of your schedule right there. Crazy things could happen, man. I don't know. I think the key to the season, to me, you've got to go steal that game at Utah.
Well,
it's a non-conference game, but it's going to turn heads. If you go out to their place on a 9 o'clock game at night, what we used to call Pac-12 after dark,
right.
If you go out there and you steal that one, and then you come home and you're respectable against Georgia, you don't even have to win the game. You just have to keep it, close enough to where people look at it and go, dang, Arkansas putting up a fight. Okay. Just be respectable, take care of Tulsa, and then you go into that A&M game somehow at 3-1, man. Anything is possible.
Well, okay. So, and I know the obvious question here is going to say, we'd rather take a win over Georgia than Utah. But let's hold on a minute.
If we're staying realistic, which one is more realistic? The Utah game.
The Utah game.
Yeah, because they are also breaking in a new coaching staff, like we mentioned last week. So they're going to be facing a lot of the similar issues that Silverfield's facing.
So, as we're wrapping up here, we're going to transition to basketball on the other side of the break. Day one ain't about winning championships. It's not about proving doubters wrong, and it's about one thing: laying the first brick.
Yep. You got to if you're building a house, first off, you're not going to build it in a day.
Nope.
You got to get that concrete foundation. It's got to be perfect. You got to work out all your little bubbles and everything else they do when they pull those little broom-looking things across it. I don't know. I'm not a house builder,
right?
But I've seen it done. Okay, and you smooth out the concrete. You get that stuff where it is perfectly level. Then you can build. So let's get the concrete foundation set, and then let's build from there.
For too long, Arkansas football has been searching for that turning point. We almost had it in 2006, almost had it in 2007. We sniffed it a little bit closer in 2011.
Yeah.
And so maybe this isn't the turning point yet. Maybe this is just the first step. But every great rebuild starts the same way. Somebody decides the old way isn't good enough anymore.
Yep.
The Silverfield era has officially begun. Now we see if he can talk. He's talked the talk.
Yeah.
And he's doing a fantastic job recruiting. Can he back it up with his walk on the field?
It's time to go to work now.
I will say one thing, and then we're going to go to break. Thank God we don't have to hear Jukebox Hero anymore. When that thing comes on my freaking playlist when I'm at work, skip.
I can't hit the skip button fast enough, and I hate that because I like Foreigner, man. I do, but I can't. That song has been ruined for me.
What about War Pigs? Same thing.
Not quite. It's not quite to the level of Jukebox Hero as far as me skipping it. I mean, I'll still listen to it, but yeah, it's kind of worn out its welcome a little bit.
Okay, so what's the sound of disappointment? War Pigs. Everybody. And here we go with a 40-point beatdown. No, I'm just kidding. I'm an optimist. What can I say? No, I'm a realist. All right. MC's going to go get his 5-point harness. On the other side of the break. We're fixing to break down the Arkansas basketball team's trip to the Bahamas. You're listening to Inside the Hawg Pen. Back right after this.
Attention Razorback fans and local businesses. Are you ready to reach the most passionate Arkansas sports fans out there? Introducing Inside the Hawg Pen, not your normal Razorback talk show. We're fans first and don't try to hide it. No agendas, no propaganda. At Inside the Hawg Pen, we call it like we see it. And now we're looking for sponsors to join the team. This is your chance to put your brand in front of thousands of loyal Razorback fans who live and breathe Arkansas sports. From small businesses to major brands, we have sponsorship packages tailored just for you. So let's grow together and make Inside the Hawg Pen bigger and better. Don't miss out. Call 501-416-4331 or email us today at insidethehogpen@gmail.com and become a proud sponsor of Inside the Hawg Pen.
All right, welcome back to Inside the Hawg Pen. Razorback Zach, Marcus, MC, Carlton. Okay, dude. I'm going to tell you something. All right.
Okay. All right.
It's only August.
It is only August.
Okay.
If you only knew how many times I kept telling myself, it's only August. These are exhibition games. These are beer league teams that we're playing. But
yes,
good God, man.
Here's the thing. All right, I am not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Me neither.
I am not drinking the Kool-Aid. I am guzzling that.
Oh man.
All right. That river looks more like an ocean now, don't it?
So like I said last week, man, that spring is flowing eternally. And after watching what I watched down in the Bahamas, that spring is not just flowing; it's coming out of there like a fire hose, man. I mean, it's just just all over the place.
So let me ask you this: how I've heard a lot of things. I wasn't able to watch it, but
okay.
Is it true that I heard, number one, we had a different coach every game? Cal didn't coach every game?
So correct. What Cal did was he turned it over to a different assistant each game. One game was Kenny Payne, one was Bruiser Flint, one was whoever the third guy is, and then Brad Calipari did the last game. Who's the other? Oh, Chin Coleman. Chin Coleman is the other guy that did a game. Now, what Cal did was he set up on the stage. Of course, they were in this big resort, and it's basically in a hotel ballroom is where they had this set up. They had 400 to 500 seats in there, and they had this little platform where they set the talent for the play-by-play. Coach Zimmerman and whoever the Flow Sports guy was. They weren't bad. They were decent.
It looked like a whole lot better than the baseball Flow Sports.
I will say this, for all of the flack that Flow Sports has caught over the last 2 or 3 years for the baseball, and you know me, man. You know my background. I'm going to be extra picky.
I knew you were scrutinizing this.
Yeah. I'm going to be extra picky, but I'm going to give credit where credit's due, man. They have listened to some of the criticisms. They have made some upgrades where there's still glitches. Yes, there were still glitches, but instead of them being 5, 10, 15-minute glitches, they were 30, 45 seconds. I think the longest that mine set in the technical difficulty screen, because I timed it because I'm petty and I'm anal that way.
You petty and anal when it comes to
exactly, yes.
No.
But I timed it, and the longest one I remember was just over a minute, like 65 seconds, which in TV time, that's an eternity. But compared to what has happened, the horror stories we've heard about Flow Sports with the other, with the baseball tournament they've done every year, they have made improvements. They're getting things better. Camera work was a little slow the first couple of days. It's almost like they had a newbie on the first game because the announcers would be talking about, things are getting chippy, and the chippiness would be down here on this end of the floor, but then the camera would be down here on this other end. So little things like that. But for the most part, solid signal on Flow Sports. I tip my hat. I'll give them credit where credit's due. But Cal was sitting up there on the platform next to the TV guys. Now you could hear him every once in a while. He would yell something out about, "Hey, I want y'all to work on this," or he would yell at individual players. But for the most part, he was very hands off, and let each assistant take a turn, with one game. So I thought that was kind of neat because what better time to do it than in this? You're going to be playing inferior talent. It's a chance to get your guys some experience. That way, if they do decide to move on, because, most of these guys are a lot younger than Cal, so when he does decide to hang it up, they're still going to have careers. So I thought that was a pretty cool move that he made. I had a few things going into this that I wanted to see because, this past year, we talked about this a little bit in pre-show. There was several times, anytime we played somebody that was physical, we struggled. Florida, Arizona, who else? Who was another one of those that Georgia got pretty physical with us?
Auburn.
Down there, Auburn got physical with us. Duke got very physical with us.
Duke,
so,
what was the other one? There was one more.
Pretty much every loss we had.
Hey, who did we play?
That was Duke. Michigan State was the other one.
Michigan State. That's what I was thinking.
That was early. Yeah. So I wanted to see how these guys responded to physical play compared to how this past 25-26 team did. And I will say this. These guys, first off, we look like we live in the weight room, most of these guys. Jordan Smith Jr., I swear that dude just takes the scoop of the protein powder and just eats it straight because that boy is yoked. I mean, he is just, I mean, he looks like he could line up, take a handoff in the backfield, and break 3 tackles before anybody got him down.
I mean, don't put it past him. We made it.
So, you know, I wanted to see how they responded to physical play. I wanted to see, are these newcomers that are coming in as good as advertised? You know, Jordan Smith Jr., J.J. Andrews, the kid from Chicago that just reclassed, Davion Thompson, which I got more to say about him in a minute. But I wanted to see those guys, okay? Physical play. These guys not only responded to physical play, but they seemed to thrive on it and kind of throw gas on the fire. Because we were talking about this a little bit in pre-show. There was one game where one of our guys got absolutely annihilated by a screen, and I think it was game 1. I'm not sure. But he got blindsided by a screen, hit hard, knocked him down. You know, instead of kind of shaking out the cobwebs and getting up, old boy pops right back up. I want to say it was Billy, but I'm not sure. It may have been J.J. Andrews. I don't remember.
Like Billy. It sounds like Billy.
But he popped up and was just like, okay, all right, so this is how we're going to do it, huh? And, you know, Jeremiah Wilkinson, the transfer from Georgia, had a play in the first game where he got undercut on a dunk, went down hard, hit his head, shoulder. I mean, it looked nasty. He didn't play the rest of the game. He ended up being fine, but he didn't play the rest of the game. And immediately, Jordan Smith Jr., J.J. Andrews, Billy, the other 4 guys on the floor, dude, they're like ready to throw. And I mean, it's just like, okay, you know, you blankety blanks want to play this way? Okay, we're about to show you.
Oh, but wait a second, though, MC. What happened? Like you said, what happened every time another team got physical?
Yeah.
Number one, we backed down.
Yeah, and this team is not going to back down.
The Duke game, they wouldn't even let us play basketball.
Well, and I will say this. The officials in this, you know, there was one guy that has refereed a lot in the SEC. John Hampton was the guy's name. He hadn't done much lately. He's kind of on the backside of his career, but he was there. And then they had one guy that was local, and then another guy on the crew. They let them play physical, man. They let them play pickup ball style. And if you've ever played pickup ball, it's about one step short of no blood, no foul.
Street ball.
And it was very much street ball. They let them play. They let them play very physical. And I almost think Cal kind of set that up because he wanted to see how these guys would respond. To me, they passed the physicality test with flying colors. Jordan Smith Jr., as good as advertised. He struggled a little bit on the first game with his shot, but when he saw that his shot was not going down, he did other things. You know, he got other people involved. He made defensive stops. I put out a tweet after the first game, and the tweet that I put out, I think I did it on our Hog Pen account. I said Jordan Smith Jr. attacks the defensive end the way that Darius Acuff attacked the offensive end.
Yes.
And, I mean, this was, you know, I'm old enough to remember those early 40 Minutes of Hell teams, like the OG 40 Minutes of Hell. This was the closest that I had seen to that since that time. But the game is officiated different now, so you can't really play that physical. Right. These guys were forcing turnovers left and right, blocking shots. I mean, we had that first game, and again, I know this is not high-level competition. We're not playing UConn or Duke here. I get it. But
I ain't never heard of Calgary. Where did that?
Canada, you know, another, and it was just another incident where America owns Canada, you know, just like we have in pretty much everything else. So, but these guys block shots. These guys, what I saw, besides being bigger, stronger, faster, they all play lockdown defense. Okay. I saw much more communication on the defensive end when they would switch. You know, last year, somebody would run a pick and roll on us. We'd have 2 guys go with the ball, leave a guy open for a dunk. That didn't happen. The communication was there. When these guys needed to make a switch, they made a switch. They didn't both chase the ball or both chase the guy rolling off the pick.
The other thing I noticed too, NC, mass substitutions.
Yes.
But
yes.
Here's my question, and this was one of my biggest concerns last year. The one, and I'm not, again, this could be just the lineup, the way they did it. This is not necessarily ones and twos here that are set in stone. But how much of a drop-off was there between the starters and the bench guys coming off? The guys coming off the bench?
There's not – I mean, you're going to have a little bit of a drop-off when you go from a Jordan Smith Jr. to whoever came in at that point to take his place, okay? But you had guys like Abdou Toure coming in off the bench, another freshman. Abdou Toure, Coach Cal himself called him the X Factor because depending on – what he did kind of determined the way the game was going to go. You had Davion Thompson. I talked a little bit about him. He's the kid from Chicago that we just picked up about 3 weeks before we went down to the Bahamas. He was a reclass. Technically, he just finished his junior year of high school, and he graduated early, and he's going to be on this team. I thought he was going to be completely overwhelmed coming into this because there's not many guys that can make that jump, okay?
Right.
He came in. First game, it took him a little bit to get his feet under him. But once he got his feet under him, man, he was playing just as well as some of the guys who had been in college here for 2 or maybe even 3 years. I'm very impressed with the way he came in and played. The bigs, I like what I see out of the bigs. They've got some work to do still. They've got a little bit of work to do, but they are physical. They chase rebounds. And they don't necessarily try to play out of position, if that makes sense.
Right.
Caleb, and I'm going to butcher his last name, Oragu. He's a freshman coming in, 6'11", 240. He's probably the one I think of the bigs. He's the one I think has the most potential of the big guys to kind of separate himself from the rest. Now, keep in mind, we didn't get to see Micah Murin. You know, the guy they're calling Slim Jesus.
Why was he ineligible?
It's something about these when the international players come over, there's extra steps to getting their eligibility, and nobody seemed to be concerned about it. You know, it was like, I mean, they weren't too concerned about it or they wouldn't have brought him on the trip.
Right.
But they said that it was a timing thing, and they just didn't get it worked out in time. But they said they have zero concerns at all about him being ready for the season when we get cranked up in November. But that's just another weapon that you bring in. They talked a little bit about him. Cal talked a little bit about him one night and compared him to Brazil, but with a little more physicality. So that's what you're looking at there. And he wasn't in the mix. And I mean, I hadn't even talked about Jeremiah Wilkinson, the transfer in from Georgia. You know, he's coming in. He's a junior, and this dude showed why he was such a hot commodity in the transfer portal, because he come in. He's the best shooter we've got. Okay, he is he's one of these guys that if he hits his first couple of shots, he might make 10 in a row before he misses one. He's one of these guys, kind of like a Malik Thomas or God, there was a guy that played for Muss that was that way, and I can't remember who it was now.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that dude.
I'd have to look.
But he come in, he had, I don't know, I think game 2. Yeah, it was game 2 because the game he got hurt in, he had 13, 14 points when he got hurt. He comes back, hits like 5 or 6 threes, has about 26, 27 points in the second game, and just kind of set the tone. And, I mean, it was one of those deals to where if they passed the ball around and you saw him open on the wing or down in the corner, it was just like, oh, forget it, that's 3. You know, and just mark it on the board and go to the other end.
Like money.
So, I mean, there was a lot of positives to come out of it, man.
D-Mad had and I know we're coming in up on the end of the show. D-Mad had a comment in here about
this one.
Ranking the coaches: Cal Izzo, Billy Donovan, and Jay Wright. So, for those that don't know, John Calipari, Tom Izzo, Billy Donovan, and Jay Wright.
Yeah.
Of course, Arkansas, Michigan State, the old Florida coach.
Yeah.
Jay Wright was Villanova.
Yeah.
Villanova. So where would you rank? I'd put course, as a homer, I'd put Cal number 1, but Cal and Izzo maybe up there.
I think those two are interchangeable. You look at the number of Final Fours those guys have. Izzo's only got 1 title as well. And it's been, I think, 2000 was the year that he won his title. So you can go, you can go 1 or 2 with either one of those. There's arguments to be made for both of those.
Could you? Okay, no, wait a minute. If we're just going off of titles here, Billy Donovan's got.
Billy Donovan's got it. Yeah, he's got to be at the top of the list.
Yeah, if we're just going off titles, but I mean, if you're going off of like overall wins, if you're going off of coaching tenure, if you're going, if you're looking at the intangibles of it,
yeah,
Cal and Izzo, right? 1A, Billy Donovan, and then Jay Wright.
I think so. Cal and Izzo to me are interchangeable.
Yeah,
they're interchangeable. You can make arguments to go either way. I think Billy Donovan's the number 3. I really do. And then it's no knock on Jay Wright, but I've got him at 4th out of those 4.
I don't think does he have a title? I don't.
He
think
has. Yeah. Because that year when they beat Carolina, when the guy hit the shot literally at the buzzer.
That's right.
To win it.
That was
17 maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking
it's been a while back now.
I was thinking it was between 16 and 18.
Yeah, that's about right.
But all in all, go ahead, MC.
Well, I was just going to say, you have certain things you want to accomplish when you get down there. You want to see some of these guys get their feet under them. The biggest thing is you want to walk away with no injuries. Walked away with no injuries. Jordan Smith Jr. turned his ankle in the last game, but Cal talked about it after the game. He's like, nah. He's like, we held him out strictly for precaution. Nothing's wrong. He's going to be fine. I think he landed on somebody's foot coming off a rebound or something. And that kind of thing happens.
Yeah.
So, but you walk away no injuries. You get some guys like a Davion Thompson. You get him some meaningful minutes in an actual game that's not a scrimmage. You're not playing against yourself here. I gotta throw in one more guy here.
I got one more thing before we hit final thoughts. What do you think about the different uniforms that they wore?
I mean, it's the perfect time to wear them.
Not that I'm like all about uniform changes and all that. Look, I'm the old school type of dude. Red and white, man. Red and white.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like football. Red and white. We don't need no fancy colors.
I'm honestly to the point now where the whole uniform thing is it's a yawner to me. I don't care. Are you going to win? That's my one prerequisite.
Well,
if you want to line up in the what is it, the digital camo, the urban camo or whatever it is, I don't care.
I had to wear that on my uniform when I was in the military.
You know what I'm talking about, then? Yeah.
The ACU digital print.
Yeah.
Yep. So my thing is, we were talking about. Jay's got 2.
That's right. Jay does have 2. That's right.
That's okay. Yep.
I'm still putting him at number 4.
I mean,
he's too far up north, man. I'm putting him at number 4.
All right. I mean, look. So the biggest thing for me is I don't care about the uniform thing.
Yeah.
It's just like the light thing from last week. All right.
Yeah.
Give me something to be positive about before you go blowing my money on lights we can't use when we don't play at night.
Uniforms.
Yeah. I don't care what uniforms we wear. Are we going to win the game? Period.
The uniform, I didn't hate them, man. I mean, they weren't anything outlandish. I mean, if you remember back, Muss had them wearing pink uniforms one game. If you remember that, it was like a breast cancer deal, which is it's cool, it's fine, whatever. But these were just the white ones. They were white with black trim, and then a white hog with a black outline around it, and then the numbers and the lettering was all in black. I will say this, as a broadcaster, if these are alternate jerseys, I love them because the numbers and the names were easy to read because you had that high contrast of the white jersey and the black number or the black jersey and the white number.
Yep.
As a broadcaster, you can't ask for any more than that. That's my main concern now is can I read the names and numbers? So
that's all that matters. All right. Final thoughts as we get out of here. MC, we'll start with you.
Oh, man. let's give Silverfield a shot, y'all. Let's stop with the Chad Morrison comparisons. Let's try our best to follow his mindset of erase the past. Let's start fresh. Let's give the guy a shot because, is it going to work? We don't know, but the guy's giving it everything he's got. Will it be enough? We don't know. But let's give him a shot. Let's not judge him unfairly. Let's wait till he loses a game that he shouldn't lose before we bring out the pitchforks and the torches.
I swear to God, if you just jinxed us against Northern Alabama, I am putting you on that show. The very next week, I am roasting you.
We may just burn it all down if we lose that one.
Oh my goodness, there is no reason those two you lose either one of those.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have nightmares now.
But that's how damaged we are, man. I mean, that's the thing he doesn't understand is that we have the damage. I mean, it's here, and we don't have that little Men in Black thing you can put in front of our face and just go poof and make us forget. Because, oh man, if that was available, the old boy could make some money on Arkansas fans.
Oh yeah. My final thought. I really don't have one. Just buckle up, because it's here, and we're going to get you ready for it every week leading up to Northern Alabama, September the 5th. But, man, we got
a month out, man.
We got a hell of a basketball team, though.
Oh, dude, just, I was telling somebody earlier today, I was like, man, just get me to November. Just get me to November, and let's roll the ball out there on the hardwood and TCB.
There you go. All right, from Marcus MC Carlton, I'm Razorback Zach. You've been listening to an all-new episode of Inside the Hawg Pen. Until next time, so long, everybody.